Welcome to our channel. You didn't just stumble upon this for no reason. You're here because something inside you is ready for more. More energy, more clarity, more purpose, and more life before 8 a.m. This is the Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, a powerful journey that's transformed millions of lives around the world. But here's the best part. You don't have to change your entire life overnight. You just need to change how you start your day. This audiobook is your personal companion, right here on YouTube, designed to help you rise with intention, build unshakable habits, and reconnect with your full potential. And if you're finding value in this journey, if something here lights a fire in you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video to let us know it's helping. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss a life-changing content. And share this with someone who needs a fresh start. Together, we're building a space where growth begins before the sun even rises. So take a deep breath, and let's begin. Chapter 1. It's time to wake up to your full potential. Life's too short. It's a phrase we hear all the time. But how many of us truly take it to heart? Every day, millions of people wake up only to slip into routines that bring little joy and even less progress. What about you? Are you living the life you dreamed of as a child? Or have you settled for less? If it's the latter, don't be discouraged. You're not alone. And more importantly, you have the power to change it. Starting today. The journey to becoming your best self begins with one profound realization. You are capable of extraordinary things. But to achieve them, you need to stop living on autopilot. It's time to wake up, not just from your nightly sleep, but from the complacency that's keeping you from reaching your full potential. Why mediocrity has become the norm. Let's be real. The majority of people are stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. They wake up tired, rush through their mornings, and dive into their day's demands without intention or clarity. Over time, this leads to frustration, to unfulfilled dreams, and to a sense of stagnation. So how did we get here? Somewhere along the way, we traded the excitement of possibility for the comfort of routine. We told ourselves it was okay to settle for good enough. But deep down, we know that's not true. If you're listening to this, you've probably felt it too, that quiet but persistent desire for more. Here's the truth. You were not born to be average. You were born with unlimited potential to create a life filled with joy, with success, with purpose. But to unlock that potential, you must break free from mediocrity. The power of a level 10 life. Imagine what your life could look like if every area, your health, relationships, career, finances, happiness, was at a level 10. That's the kind of life we dream about. And yet, so few ever reach it. Why? Because most people believe it's out of reach. They tell themselves stories like, "I'm too busy," or "That's just not realistic for me." But what if I told you? It's not only possible to create your dream life, it's simpler than you think. The key lies in how you start your day. Change your mornings, and you can transform your life. The common obstacle: I'm not a morning person. Sound familiar? If you've tried waking up early and struggled, you're not alone. Many people say, "I'm just not a morning person," or "I need more sleep, not less." I get it. I used to feel the same way. But here's the truth. Being a morning person isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you can develop. And once you do, the benefits will far outweigh the initial discomfort. A new way to think about mornings. Think about this. How do you feel on Christmas morning or the day of a big vacation? Excited, energized, ready to jump out of bed. Now, imagine feeling that way every single day. That's the power of the miracle morning. It's not just about waking up early. It's about waking up with purpose. When you design a morning routine to improve your mindset, your health, and your productivity, you'll find yourself looking forward to each day in a way you never thought possible. The promise of the miracle morning. Let me share a bold promise with you. The miracle morning will transform your life faster than you ever thought possible. It's already changed the lives of thousands around the world, and it can do the same for you. Here's what you can expect. More energy and focus. Imagine starting your day with a clear mind and a strong sense of direction. Reduce stress. When you begin your day intentionally, life's challenges feel more manageable. Improved health and fitness. Simple daily practices can boost your physical and mental well-being. Greater productivity. Better mornings lead to better days, and incredible progress toward your goals. A deeper sense of fulfillment. The miracle morning helps align your actions with your deepest values and dreams. Your first step, a decision. That's right, a decision. Here's the good news. Creating a level 10 life doesn't require a monumental effort. It starts with small, consistent actions. And the first step is this. Decide that you're no longer willing to settle for less than you deserve. Right now, you might feel hesitant. Change is uncomfortable, especially when it requires stepping out of your comfort zone. But always remember, everything you want lies on the other side of that discomfort. So I challenge you, make a commitment, not to me, but to yourself. Decide today that you'll give this process a chance. Because you deserve to wake up every morning, excited about your life. Closing thoughts. As we move forward in this journey, I'll guide you step by step through the miracle morning process. Together, we'll uncover the habits and strategies that will help you unlock your full potential. Remember, you are capable of extraordinary things. But to achieve them, you must first wake up to the life you were meant to live. This is your time. Let's make it count. Chapter 2. The Miracle Morning Origin, Born Out of Desperation. Sometimes, the most powerful transformations begin at our lowest moments. This is one of those stories. I wasn't always a morning person. Far from it. In fact, there was a time when I could barely drag myself out of bed. Not because I was physically tired, but because life had knocked me down. I was in the darkest place I'd ever been. My business had collapsed. I was drowning in debt. My confidence was shattered. I remember the exact day it hit me, sitting alone on the floor of my apartment, staring blankly at the wall, and asking myself, how did I get here? That question led to the next one. What can I do to turn this around? And that was the beginning. The spark. The first flicker of light in the darkness. I knew I needed a change. Something simple, something sustainable. But more than anything, something powerful enough to shift my mindset and reignite my drive. So, I did what most of us do when we don't have the answers. I turned to Google. I searched for what the world's most successful people do to stay focused, happy, and productive. And I noticed a pattern. They all had something in common. A consistent morning routine. At first, I was skeptical. Mornings? Really? That was the last thing I wanted to embrace. But I was desperate. And desperate people are often the most open to change. So I made a decision. I'd give it a try. But not just any morning routine. I wanted one that would touch every part of my life. My mind, my body, my emotions, and my spirit. That's when I started combining the most powerful personal development practices I could find. Silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and journaling. One by one, I stacked them together into what would later become known as the Miracle Morning. Within days, I felt different. Within weeks, I was different. I had more energy, more clarity, more confidence. And for the first time in a long time, I had hope. The best part? It was all within my control. My circumstances hadn't changed overnight, but I had, and that changed everything. It didn't take long before friends started noticing. They asked what I was doing differently, and I shared the routine. Soon, they were experiencing the same results. Their energy, motivation, and lives began to transform. That's when I knew this wasn't just about me. It was about all of us. Everyone deserves a chance to unlock their full potential, to wake up with purpose, to create a life worth leaping out of bed for. And that's why the miracle morning was born. From struggle, from survival, and from a single, life-changing decision to rise above my circumstances by rising with intention every morning. Now, it's your turn, because if I could do it when I had nothing, so can you. Let's keep going. Chapter 3. The 95% reality check. Be one of the few. There's a tough truth we have to face. Most people, about 95%, are settling for less than they want in life. Less happiness, less success, less freedom. Not because they don't want more, but because they don't know how to get it. The harsh reality. Let's call it what it is. Most people are struggling. Financially, emotionally, relationally. And most people are waking up each day, simply going through the motions. Wake up, go to work, come home, watch TV, go to bed, repeat. They're not living. They're surviving. But it doesn't have to be that way. Not for you. The 95% versus the 5%. So, why do 95% of people settle, while 5% create extraordinary lives? It's not luck. It's not talent. It's not timing. It's choices, daily decisions, consistent actions. The 5% live by design, not by default. They choose growth, even when it's hard. They create a vision, and they commit to becoming the person who can live it. You can be one of them. The danger of mediocrity. Here's the scary part. Mediocrity is invisible. It sneaks up on you. You don't realize you're living below your potential until one day you wake up and ask, is this really all there is? But that feeling, that ache for more, that's not something to ignore. It's your inner greatness calling you to rise. How did we get here? We weren't born to be average. But somewhere along the way, we're conditioned to play small. Fear, doubt, disappointment, they start to shape our beliefs. We stop dreaming, we stop risking, we start accepting good enough. The system teaches us to fit in, not to stand out. And before we know it, we're stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. You weren't born for average. Let me remind you, you are capable of greatness. It's not too late. You can rise. You can rewrite your story. But first, you have to make a decision. Am I going to be in the 95% or the 5%? The power of awareness. It starts with awareness. Look honestly at your life, your health, your relationships, your career, your mindset. Where are you thriving? Where are you just surviving? This isn't about guilt. It's about clarity. Because when you see where you are, you can begin to choose where you're going. Break free from the 95%. Choosing the 5% means taking responsibility for everything in your life, committing to daily personal growth, creating a morning routine that sets you up for success. Most people won't do this, but you can. And when you do, everything changes. Closing thoughts. You don't need permission to live a better life. You just need a decision. So today, make the decision. I will not settle. I will rise. I will choose to be one of the few, because I was never meant to be like the rest. In the next chapter, we'll explore exactly how to create your miracle morning and take the first real step toward joining the 5%. Chapter 4. Why did you wake up this morning? Let me ask you a powerful question. Why did you wake up this morning? Was it because your alarm clock screamed at you? Because the kids needed you? Or maybe just because you had no choice? Most people don't even think about why they wake up. They just do. Automatically. Out of habit. But what if just what if, you could wake up every day with intention, with purpose, and with excitement for what's ahead? You see, the way you wake up each day, and your morning routine, or lack thereof, dramatically affects your levels of success in every single area of your life. Think about it. How often do you wake up feeling tired, groggy, maybe even a little stressed? That's not just about sleep. It's about your why, your purpose, your mindset from the moment your eyes open. Here's something to consider. How you wake up each day, and the mindset you bring into your morning, sets the tone for your entire day. And your days? They add up to your life. So if you want to create a life that feels energizing, inspiring, and truly fulfilling it, you must start by transforming your mornings. Here's the good news. You don't need to change your whole life all at once. You just need to change the way you begin it, one sunrise at a time. So ask yourself again, with full presence and honesty, why did I wake up this morning? And now, ask yourself this, why will I wake up tomorrow? Chapter 5. The 5-Step Snooze-Proof Wake-Up Strategy. Let's be real. Waking up early sounds great in theory, until the alarm actually goes off. That's the moment when motivation fades, logic kicks in, and the comfort of your pillow wins. We tell ourselves, just 5 more minutes, and those 5 minutes turn into 30. Or worse, we hit snooze again and again, until we're rushing through the morning, already behind. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. But here's the truth. Hitting snooze is a self-sabotaging habit. Every time you hit it, you're subconsciously saying, I don't want to live my life. Not yet. That's not who you are. That's not who you're becoming. So let's break the cycle. Let's create a morning where you wake up with purpose, not resistance. This chapter is your blueprint. A simple, 5-step strategy to help you wake up feeling empowered, alert, and ready to own your day. Let's dive in. Step 1. Set your intentions before bed. How you wake up is often determined by how you go to sleep. If you go to bed dreading the morning, guess how you'll feel when the alarm goes off? Exactly. But what if you shifted your mindset? What if, as you closed your eyes, you told yourself, tomorrow is a fresh start. I can't wait to grow, to improve, to live fully. That intention becomes your morning fuel. Your last thought at night is often your first thought in the morning. So make it powerful. Step 2. Move your alarm clock across the room. This might sound small, but it's a game changer. When your alarm is within arm's reach, you're setting yourself up for failure. But when you have to physically get out of bed to turn it off, you activate motion, and motion creates energy. It's much easier to stay up once you've already stood up. Tiny shift, huge impact. Step 3. Brush your teeth and splash cold water on your face. Sounds basic, right? But it works. You're giving your body a wake-up cue. Something physical, something routine. That tells your brain, it's time to rise. The water shocks your system. The brushing adds rhythm. And before you know it, you're no longer half asleep. Step 4. Drink a full glass of water. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is dehydrated. Dehydration equals fatigue. No wonder it's hard to get going. Hydrate first thing. It reboots your system, refreshes your cells, and gives your brain the clarity it craves. Step 5. Get dressed or put on your workout clothes. This is psychological. Getting dressed signals to your mind. We're up. We're active. We're ready. Even if you're not working out, putting on clean clothes boosts your self-respect. It helps you feel like someone who takes ownership of their day. The bigger picture. These steps are simple, almost too simple, but don't underestimate their power. You don't need dramatic rituals or magic formulas. You need small, consistent actions that shift your state, shape your mindset, and set the tone for everything that follows. By following this strategy, you're not just waking up earlier, you're waking up with purpose. And that changes everything. Are you ready for the morning to become the most powerful part of your day? Let's move forward. Chapter 6. The Life Savers 6 Practices Guaranteed to Save You from a Life of Unfulfilled Potential. Let's begin with a simple truth. Your level of success will rarely exceed your level of personal development. Because success is something you attract by the person you become. And if you want to create an extraordinary life, you have to focus on becoming an extraordinary person. But how do you actually do that? How do you grow daily, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually without feeling overwhelmed or stretched too thin? That's where the Life Savers come in. This simple, powerful acronym represents 6 practices that will elevate your mornings and your life. These aren't random habits. They're proven tools used by the world's most successful and fulfilled people. You don't need hours, just a few intentional minutes for each. Let's break them down. S is for silence. Most people start their day with chaos, rushing, checking their phone, or stressing about their to-do list. But what if you started with peace? Silence is powerful. Whether through meditation, prayer, deep breathing, or reflection, spending even 5 minutes in silence can center your mind, reduce stress, and create clarity. Try it tomorrow. Sit quietly. Breathe. Be present. O is for affirmations. Your thoughts shape your reality. And affirmations help reprogram your mind for confidence, positivity, and success. This isn't wishful thinking, it's intentional programming. Create affirmations that reflect your goals, your values, and the life you want. Repeat them daily. Speak them out loud. Feel them. Your subconscious is always listening. V is for visualization. Olympic athletes do it. World-class performers do it. And now, so can you. Visualization is seeing, with your mind's eye, the success you want to create. Picture yourself crushing your goals. See the details. Feel the victory. When your brain believes it's possible, your actions begin to align. E is for exercise. You don't need an hour-long workout, just enough to energize your body and mind. Even 5 to 10 minutes of movement in the morning boosts your blood flow, improves mood, and sharpens focus. Jumping jacks, yoga, a brisk walk. It's not about perfection. It's about momentum. R is for reading. Leaders are readers, and just 10 pages a day can transform your thinking. Choose books that help you grow, personally, professionally, spiritually. Let others' wisdom become your shortcut to success. S is for scribing. In other words, writing. Journaling helps you process thoughts, express gratitude, set intentions, and track progress. You can write about what you're grateful for, your goals, or lessons from the day before. When you put thoughts on paper, you bring awareness to your journey. Now imagine this. You wake up. Spend a few minutes in silence. Speak your affirmations. Visualize your dream life. Move your body. Read a few pages of wisdom. Reflect through journaling. All before most people hit snooze for the 3rd time. This is how you transform your day, every day. And over time, you'll transform your life. Even if you spend just 1 minute per practice, that's a 6-minute miracle morning. No more excuses. Just action. Because extraordinary lives are built through extraordinary habits. Let the Life Savers save you from mediocrity and lead you to the life you were always meant to live. Chapter 7. The 6-minute miracle for the busy people who don't have time. Let's get real for a second. One of the biggest excuses people make when it comes to personal development is, I don't have time. But here's the truth. You don't need more time. You just need better priorities. And what if I told you that you could change your life in just 6 minutes a day? Sounds crazy, right? But let's break it down. What if your miracle morning didn't need to take an hour? What if, on your busiest days, you could still tap into your highest self in just 6 focused, intentional minutes? Let me show you how. Here's your 6-minute miracle morning. Minute 1, silence. Start your day with stillness. Sit in silence. Breathe deeply. Connect with peace before the world rushes in. Even 60 seconds of mindful silence can calm your mind and ground your spirit. Minute 2, affirmations. Read your affirmations aloud. Remind yourself of who you are, what you stand for, and where you're going. Speak them with passion. Believe every word. Minute 3, visualization. Close your eyes. Visualize your goals. See yourself taking action. See the success. Feel the emotions. When your mind rehearses victory, you become more prepared to create it. Minute 4, scribing. Grab your journal. Write down a few thoughts. What are you grateful for? What are your top goals for today? 1 minute of writing creates clarity. Minute 5, reading. Open a great book. Read 1 page, maybe 2. It's about consistency. Every day, you're growing wiser. Minute 6, exercise. Get the blood pumping. Jumping jacks, push-ups, stretching. Anything to wake up your body and get energy flowing. 1 minute of movement sparks momentum. And just like that, in 6 simple, focused minutes, you've tapped into silence, affirmation, visualization, journaling, learning, and physical energy. You've done more for yourself than most people do all day. So here's the point. Even on your craziest, most chaotic mornings, you can still win the day. Sure, an hour-long miracle morning is ideal, but a 6-minute miracle morning is powerful because it proves that you're in control. And from that mindset, everything begins to shift. So, no more, I don't have time. You do have time. You just need a plan. This is that plan. Simple, effective, life-changing. You've got 6 minutes. What will you do with them? Customizing your miracle morning to fit your lifestyle and achieve your biggest goals. Here's the truth, friend. There's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to greatness. The miracle morning is powerful, but it's not a rigid rulebook. It's a framework, a flexible, adaptable system designed to work for you. So let's talk about how to make it yours. Your miracle morning, your way. Maybe you're not a morning person yet. Maybe your schedule changes. Maybe you've got kids, a full-time job, or late-night responsibilities. That's okay. The key is consistency, not perfection. If you can only start with 10 minutes, start with 10 minutes. Do what you can, but do it daily. Because it's not about how long you do it. It's about how deliberately you show up. Adjust the time to fit your life. Not everyone wakes up at 5 a.m., and that's okay. The miracle isn't the hour. It's the intentionality. If you work night shifts, your miracle morning might be at 2 p.m. If you're a parent, maybe it's squeezed in before the kids wake up or after they head to school. There's no right time. There's only your time. Mix and match the savers. Remember the 6 life SAVRs? Silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. You don't have to do them in that order. You don't have to give each one equal time. If you love journaling, give scribing more space. If movement lights you up, focus on exercise. The goal is to create a ritual that energizes and empowers you. Goal-oriented miracle mornings. Got a big dream you're chasing? Want to write a book? Build a business? Run a marathon? Use your miracle morning to support it. Example: use your reading time to study your craft. Use your scribing to brainstorm, plan, or track progress. Visualize yourself achieving that goal. Feel the momentum. This isn't just about starting your day. It's about designing a life. The power of personalization. You are not here to copy someone else's path. You're here to forge your own. Customize, tweak, evolve. Make your miracle morning an extension of your highest self. And here's what you'll find. As your life changes, your routine will change too. That's not a flaw. That's growth. So ask yourself, what would my ideal morning look like? How can I align my habits with my goals? And what small step can I take tomorrow morning to move forward? You don't need permission. You don't need perfection. You just need you, showing up with purpose. Now let's keep going. You've customized your routine. Next, we dive into how to make it stick for life. Chapter 9. From unbearable to unstoppable, the real secret to forming habits that stick. Let's be real for a moment. Creating a new habit? It's hard at first. Sometimes it feels unnatural, awkward, even unbearable. But the truth is, that's normal. And more importantly, it's temporary. Forming a habit is a process. And like any transformation worth making, you've got to go through the discomfort to get to the freedom. The 3 phases of habit formation. Hal Elrod breaks it down like this. There are 3 distinct phases to building any habit. Let's walk through them. Phase 1. Unbearable, days 1 to 10. This is the hardest part. You're fighting old patterns. Your brain resists the change. You might hit snooze, feel overwhelmed, or doubt yourself. But listen closely. This struggle doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're growing. Push through. Remind yourself why you started. This phase will not last. Phase 2. Uncomfortable, days 11 to 20. You're making progress now. The habit is no longer unbearable, but it's not quite second nature either. You still have to think about it. You still have to choose it every morning. But here's the exciting part. You're beginning to see results. Small shifts, new energy, a sense of momentum. Don't stop here. You're more than halfway through. Phase 3. Unstoppable, days 21 to 30. This is where it clicks. Your new habit starts to feel natural. You look forward to it. It becomes part of who you are. And once that happens, you're not forcing it anymore. You're living it. That's where the magic is. Why 30 days? There's a reason Hal encourages you to commit to your miracle morning for 30 days. Not 3, not 7, but 30. Because 30 days is long enough to reshape your identity. To go from trying a habit to becoming the kind of person who lives that way. The power of accountability. Want to boost your chances of success? Get an accountability partner. Someone who checks in, lifts you up, and keeps you honest. You're more likely to stick with something when someone else is rooting for you. Better yet, join a group, a community, people who are on the same journey. Because transformation isn't just personal, it's also relational. Who will you become? Every day you show up for your miracle morning, you're voting for the person you want to be. You're not just building a routine, you're building a mindset, a life, a legacy. So when it feels tough, when the bed feels warm and the snooze button calls, remember this. You're not just waking up early, you're waking up to your potential. Let's keep going. In Chapter 10, we'll explore how to make your miracle morning part of a lifestyle that supports your ultimate vision. Chapter 10. The Miracle Morning 30-Day Life Transformation Challenge. Okay, this is where things get real. You've learned the why, you've seen the how, you've even explored the science and the stories. Now, it's time to live it. This chapter is an invitation. Actually, it's a challenge. To step out of comfort, to wake up with purpose, to become the person you're truly meant to be. Welcome to the 30-Day Life Transformation Challenge. Why 30 days? You might remember from Chapter 9. 30 days is the sweet spot. It's long enough to break through resistance, and short enough to stay focused and committed. Hal Elrod designed this challenge to support you through all three phases of habit change: unbearable, uncomfortable, and unstoppable. But this isn't about just doing the miracle morning. It's about becoming someone who follows through, someone who rises when it's easier to sleep in, someone who owns their day before it owns them. Step 1. Get clear on your why. Before anything else, get honest with yourself. Why are you doing this? Is it to create more energy, to build discipline, to stop wasting your potential? Write it down. Put it somewhere visible. Make it your anchor for the next 30 days. Step 2. Prepare the night before. Mornings start with evenings. Before you go to bed, decide what time you'll wake up. Lay out your clothes. Set up your miracle morning space. And most importantly, tell yourself, I'm excited to wake up tomorrow. This simple mindset shift makes waking up feel like an opportunity, not a chore. Step 3. Keep track of your progress. Use Hal's free 30-day tracker or a journal. Cross off each day you complete your miracle morning. Celebrate the streak. Let momentum fuel you. Every X you draw is a win, and every win rewires your brain for more. Step 4. Don't do it alone. Accountability is a game changer. Find a buddy, start a group, join the Miracle Morning community online. Share your goals, encourage each other, lift each other up. Because transformation is easier and way more fun when you're not doing it in isolation. Step 5. Commit to the process, not perfection. Look, you might miss a day, or wake up late, or fumble through the savers. That's okay. The point isn't to be perfect. The point is to be consistent. Show up. Dust off. Keep going. Imagine this. 30 days from now, you wake up with purpose. You start your day with clarity. You feel stronger, more focused, more grounded. And it didn't come from some massive external shift. It came from within. From a simple decision to wake up with intention and honor your potential. So, are you in? Are you ready to accept the challenge and change your life one morning at a time? Because if you are, then tomorrow, your new life begins. You've made it. Through the insights, the challenges, the revelations. Now, standing at the threshold of transformation, there's one truth to embrace. Your mornings shape your life. Each day begins with a choice to rise with intention, to greet the day with purpose, to invest in yourself before the world makes its demands. Remember the savers: silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. These aren't just practices, they're the building blocks of a fulfilled life. By dedicating time each morning to these, you're not just changing your routine, you're changing your destiny. Think about it. What could your life look like in 30 days? In 6 months? In a year? The possibilities are limitless when you commit to consistent, intentional action. So, as you close this chapter, know that this isn't the end, it's the beginning. The beginning of a life lived by design, not by default. A life where you wake up each day excited, empowered, and ready to make a difference. Your miracle morning awaits. Will you answer the call?